Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Now today's video we're going to be talking about one of the cooler known varieties out there. We're going to be talking about the popular S-less proof coins. Now proof coins should all have the S mint mark on them, however there are some known errors out there that don't have the S mint mark on them. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video and tell you what to look for to spot these particular errors. Now the three most well known are the 1971 Jefferson Nickel. Now PCGS has verified 500 of these. The 1970 Roosevelt dime, PCGS has verified 750 of these. In the 1983 Roosevelt dime as well, PCGS has verified 1,000 of these. So the known errors out there range from 500 to 1,000, meaning that you can still find these. They're relatively, they are out there. They're known to exist. Unlike some error coins where there's only just one off or they might be a special design, these ones right here are actually in circulation and you can find them. Now it's important to know what the proof coins look like. Now a proof coin will come in a set like this or like this, to be more precise. This one right here just has state quarters. This one right here actually has a whole set from 2001. So to spot one of these, you would be looking at a proof set that looks something like this, and you would see a Jefferson Nickel right here with the proof finish to it. However, it would be missing the S mint mark right there. Now that's the same way you would spot the 1970 and the 1983 Roosevelt dime. Now this is a proof set right here. This one right here is a proof set. This one right here is a more modern proof set. This one has the presidential dollar coins on it. This one right here is a older version of the proof sets. As you can see, it's got a kind of a purple envelope to it. It says United States Mint Proof Set 1989. It's important to note that some of the stuff like this right here is not a official proof set. This right here is not a official proof set. This right here is not a official proof set. These are all just kind of like secondary stuff that coin shops do. They do not say United States Mint proof set on them, so don't get confused into thinking that they are. Now, an important designation that we're going to talk about in this video is the Cameo Finish. Now, I said that there were between 500 and 1,000 of these known errors. As you can imagine, the value of those errors is going to fluctuate drastically. Most important characteristic is going to be the Cameo Finish, which is something unique to proof coins. So the definition of a Cameo Finish, I'll share that with you. The cameo effect of a proof coin is produced by the field. The field is what's known as the background, kind of the background here. The field having a mirror-like surface, and the coin's devices, which are just kind of the image of the actual president himself, having a frosted surface. So proof coins minted before 1971 were made using a technique so that only the first 100 or so coins had a cameo contrast effect. If there is a drastic contrast between the field and the devices, this is referred to as a deep cameo. Now, a deep cameo is what you want. So you want the background, the field, to have a mirror-like image to it. So we can see with this one, it's got a decent mirror image to it. I'm kind of floating the pen around. But the contrast between the field and the actual portrait right here is not that much. So a better looking proof coin would have kind of a better mirror image to it, and this be a little bit more of the frosted variety. Now, as I said, prior to 1971, only the first 100 or so coins that they made as part of that particular run would have those very deep cameo drastic finishes to them. All right, now let's talk about, in particular, the 1971 Jefferson Nickel. We'll focus in on this one right here and then move on to the other ones. So most of this information comes to you from the PCGS Coin Detail website. So the 1971 no-S proof Jefferson Nickel was accidentally struck with a proof die that was missing the S mint mark. This is the only coin in the entire Jefferson Nickel series that has been struck without containing the intended mint mark. The coins were found in 1971 proof sets, and they are possibly several hundred examples known. In proof coins without Cameo or deep contract surfaces, there are possibly several hundreds in existence. With the Cameo surfaces, there are probably also a couple hundred known examples. Finally, the deep Cameo surfaces that are very difficult to come by, and possibly no more than 50 examples have been verified. So again, that kind of stresses the importance of the deep Cameo finish, or at least having a Cameo finish in general. Cameo contrast, I should say, trying to use the right terms. So moving on to the 1970 no-S proof. So the 1970 no-S proof Roosevelt dime was the second year in which the Roosevelt dime was accidentally struck with the S mint mark without the S mint mark. The mint accidentally struck proof dimes without the S mint mark in 3 different years. Those were 1968, 1970, and 1983. Oh, interesting. So we haven't covered the 1968, but I don't think it's. I think it's a lesser valuable particular error than the ones that we're covering right here of the 1970 and the 1983. So we see the 1970 and the 1983, and there is, I guess, another 1968 Roosevelt dime no-S proof out there. The 1983 no-S proof Roosevelt dime is the third and last of no-S proof coins struck on the Roosevelt dime series. Most coins exist with the deep Cameo surfaces, since most proof dimes from the 1980s also had proof deep Cameo surfaces. So I guess the 1983 dime is more likely to have the proof Cameo kind of designation than the 1970 Roosevelt dime, because as I said earlier, they switched up the design features a little bit so that coins after 1971 are going to be a lot harder to have that deep Cameo finish to them. If they do have that deep Cameo finish, that means that they were made very early in that particular run of coins. All right, hopefully you found this interesting. These are some cool proofless S coins to be on the lookout for. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave some notes or comments in the comment section. As always, please do like, comment, subscribe. That does help with ranking these videos higher. All right, thanks everyone. Best of luck coin collecting. Enjoy.